I was going to say, this is Mac Daddy.
Oh, yeah. Mac Daddy coming from B.E.A.T.
Yes, live. Hi, I'm Gordy Mac, and this is my B.E.A.T fitness journey.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name's Gordy Mac, or Gordon MacDonald. I'm 57. I work for Pepsi-Cola in Haverhill, Mass. I'm a hub coordinator, and I've been at B.E.A.T Fitness going on 3 years this year. Being younger, my passion really was karate. I loved that. I started at the age of 14 and continued that up until well into my 40s. And as for school, I did track for a little bit. I dropped out because I was getting ready to test for my black belt. Little League did 1 year, but mostly backyard baseball, backyard football, so it was always kind of somewhat active. When I went into the military, I went in from 80 to 83. It was 3 years. I initially went into, my job was what we would call an infantry, and I was a paratrooper, so that was my main goal was to become a ranger, an Army Ranger. And that didn't come into effect for me because when I got there, it was just so overcrowded. And at the time for me to actually have gone through the complete school, Ranger school, I would have had to re-enlisted and wasn't quite sure if that's what I wanted to do. So when I got out of the Army, I still was a little lost in terms of what I wanted to do. Believe it or not, I was still a young kid, and I don't know why, but I had dreams of being a stuntman, which I don't know why. Maybe that was just in my head. But I actually had some friends who had openings at certain positions that I was able to find my way a little bit until I actually fell into a construction job and became a cabinet maker, which I ultimately loved making cabinets and working with my hands. When I met Marianne, we started talking about the gym, and my first impression was, yeah, okay, it sounds like it's going to be an all-girls gym. So I kind of hesitated coming, but when I did come, I can tell you this, I thought that I was in pretty okay shape, and after my first class, I was literally on my hands and knees. I was, not dying in the sense of dying, but I was really gassed. So I was really impressed that I knew that this was the place that was going to get me where I wanted to be. I did the Planet Fitness deal, and again, that's just going in and working out and just doing what you learn to do. It doesn't mean that it was right. I learned the right way when I came here. This is a part of my life now, and I think, like I said, not only physically, but mentally, it keeps me going. I think I'm a lot less stressed at work. I do look forward to, as the day's winding down, getting in here and seeing what we have in store, for a workout. The workouts between the military and here are very different. Technically, the Army was just all push-ups, sit-ups, and running. I would say that was literally a cakewalk compared to what we do here. This is more intense, there's more involved than just running sit-ups and push-ups. But when I say it's harder, I don't mean it's harder in terms, what I'm saying is it's more enjoyable. We have a lot of great times here, we laugh, we joke, so I think it's just more, it's more an all-around complete workout versus just having 3 individual type exercises. Having a little bit of an age difference between myself, being 57 and some of the younger people who are in their 20s and 30s, I'm not intimidated by that at all. I actually find that a challenge. I'm very competitive, so I like to try and do my best to keep up with a lot of the younger kids and hopefully give them a little school. I did have neck surgery. It's almost 2 years out. Coach Marianne had it set up so that I really wouldn't miss anything, whether I was just riding a bike whether I was just stretching out or whatnot. I'm better, well, I shouldn't say I'm better, but I don't have any restrictions neck-wise from that at all, and I think that's a compliment to Coach Mary Ann, is making sure that I didn't re-injure it. I didn't do anything that was going to, have me just say I can't do this anymore. I've always had, I should say, weak knees growing up, and they used to pop out, when I was a kid, and then as I got older, it didn't happen as much. I came here and I did an exercise, and I injured it. It was nothing bad. Worked it out with the chiropractor. I'm still working through it. Some days I have good days. Some days I have bad days. It's just that my range of motion is a little bit limited to when I first started to now, and it's a little bit frustrating for me. But I'm trying to work through that and figure out how I can make it so I'm back to where I was. So having knee pain, I believe that if I was just working out on my own and going to, any regular Joe's gym, yeah, I'd probably blow it off. I probably would just be like, you know what, they're sore today, I'm not going. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have that while I come here, but I know that, I'd rather figure out a way to work around it and not miss the workout. I started at 249, and at my best here, I was 223. And that was just a lot of hard work. I am very happy. I am very happy with the way I look. So to see the class grow the way it has is awesome. I feel very happy for Mary Ann. When I started, I'd come on a Friday night, and sometimes I'd be the only student, which I did love because it was a one-on-one situation with Coach Mary Ann, so I got to learn a lot more. And now seeing the class, have 15, 20 people a class, I think it's awesome, it's incredible, and I take a little bit of joy in watching everyone start out and then where they're ending up, because it kind of reminds me of where I started and where I've made it so far. The coaching we get is exactly the same. There's no difference whether it's one person or 20 people, it's all the same. Mary Ann is constantly walking around, making sure that she's, looking at everybody. I think the camaraderie is good. I think we have an awesome gym here. We have a lot of great people who are very encouraging. Yes, we're all out here for our own goals, but we're also happy to see everyone else achieve theirs. Like I said, I try and keep up with the Nicks and the Chantels and the JPs, and I will probably do that until the day I can no longer do it. That's me. But that's what makes this gym a great place. Is yeah, we all like to compete against each other, and when somebody's done, they're right next to you pushing you on. So it's not like, any place else I've ever been, where you go in and you're competing with somebody and that person wins and walks off. It does remind me of my karate tournament days where, yeah, you're trying to kick the crap out of somebody, but win or lose, you know what, we're all brothers and sisters. So that's a good thing about this gym, is we're one big family. Let's do some bloopers. Let's do it, redo it. First meeting Mary Ann, one of the things that stood out to me about her was her legs were just incredibly awesome, huge, in the sense of I was like, oh my gosh.
I have huge legs.
You didn't let me finish it. I was getting to it.
Thanks, Gordy.
It's a compliment. I thought it was a compliment.
What is your role in the family now?
My role in the family is to bitch and moan and make Mary Ann uncomfortable.
You are, but
No.
yeah.
Well, then